We got a hot mic.
We got hot mics.
Also, our mics are live.
The story you are about
They
to
are
see
on.
is true. The names have been
Mics.
changed to protect the innocent.
It's kind of chilly, actually.
No, it feels good.
You cold, Mike?
It's comfortable.
Cold mic. I was in the pool.
Can we make this man a lukewarm mic, please?
Welcome to the Sports Fiends Show. The show where, just like you, we can't get enough sports.
Whoa. Okay.
Nice.
Going in. We're going in.
I still got one more screen.
And I'm going to go hard. Wow.
Well,
Now here's your hosts, Arthur Knight.
And just Arthur Knight.
hosts plural.
Y'all better stop knocking it. Y'all better stop knocking it. New digs are coming.
Champions.
And we are champions. It might even be that song, We Are the Champions. No, I'm just kidding. We can't do that. I don't want to get sued. But hey, welcome to the Sports Fiends Show, Sports Fiends. I am Arthur Knight, and with me, as always, is Mr. Ryan Lagan and Mr. Michael Wharton.
Yo.
And we are coming to you live from an address unknown. I will give you that address, but I don't have it pulled up because, I told you all the time, this is a fan sports show. We're unprofessional here.
Don't-
It's the new
Don't dox Benny.
So High Media Network.
My So High Media Network. Don't let my education and background fool you. I am not professional at this at all. But welcome to the show. Regardless, we do sports here, and we're from a fan's perspective, man. So, we do our little bit of analytics, and we're smart fellers, but this is just a fan's
Depends on the day.
relative.
Yeah.
Relative.
Do we see you?
Do we see you? No, we don't see you, bro.
No.
No, we don't see you.
We don't have
But
any-
you know who does see you, Mike?
Mm.
INV Vision.
Wow.
INV Vision. INV Vision is a sponsor of the Sports Fiends, but also INV Vision is devoted to offering affordable and fashionable eyewear. INV Vision is your eye care advocate. Their goal is to provide all with the education and awareness needed to make an informed decision about your vision and health. They are located off of Alameda and Buckley in Aurora, Colorado, but you can call today, 720-762-4290, or book online at invivision.com. They take most medical insurance and Medicaid, so call or book today, 720-762-4290 or invivision.com, 720-762-4290 or invivision.com. INV Vision, we see you, and don't forget to tell them that the Sports Fiends sent you. All right, fellas, so we got a lot to get to today, but I'm going to let Ryan go ahead and introduce the women's U.S. hockey team. I almost said soccer. That's winter sports, Arthur. What is wrong with me?
So pro.
I said I'm not.
He's got a degree.
Just is.
Stick puck.
Just is what it is. Anyway, the stick puck. Nice. All right, but USA teams, women's hockey, you said made some history today. So lay it on us, brother.
We had an exciting day in U.S. Olympics today. So after steamrolling everyone to the gold medal match, including Canada 5-0 in the prelims, the U.S. women found themselves down 1-0, facing defeat, 2 minutes left in the gold medal match against Canada, and down on a shorthanded goal, no less. I think they had scored 5+ goals in every game of the Olympics, and they were staring a goose egg in the face, and what would have been a crushing defeat. When the U.S. captain, I believe her name is Hillary Knight, set the U.S. Olympic goals and points scoring record with just 2 minutes left to tie the game, and send it to overtime before ultimately the U.S. women prevailed and got the gold medal over those people that invented the hockey, the stick puck sport north of the border there. A tragic development for them. Super exciting.
They beat them twice.
Super exciting watch for us. Not quite Miracle on Ice level, but pretty cool story. I believe Hillary Knight got engaged at these Olympics too after meeting her.
Not to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not to me.
After meeting her speed skating fiance at the previous Olympics 4 years earlier. So
Nice.
quite a week for her. But
Nice.
yeah, cool story. Fun
He waited
stuff.
4 years? No.
He had to make sure she was winning the
Well,
gold.
no,
Mike.
I don't know which one of them did the proposal. It might have been her though.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a female speed skater.
It is 2026.
Yes, exactly. Empowerment.
So do you know, like, I assume, you know, that all these ladies play professionally, but that's not like something they do for a living, right? It's like a side gig, kind of.
Good question. I
You
don't
know?
know. I know.
Like lacrosse players, you know, they all have a
question.
9 to 5, but then they play like professional sports.
I mean, I've heard that this team is super stacked, so I don't know if you can make a living off of female. I just don't know. I know, like in the World Baseball Classic, for example, they joke about how like, oh, this electrician struck out Shohei Ohtani and stuff like. It depends on the country. I know, like not every roster is full of professionals, but this was a stacked roster. So if any roster could entirely make a living off of it, probably this one, but I would have to do more research.
Congrats.
Yeah.
Well, either way, congrats to them.
Yeah.
That's pretty
congrats.
dope.
I mean, I think
USA.
it's great. The fact that they steamrolled everybody, including Canada, on their way, is straight up crazy because I watched that game where they beat Canada 5-0, and I couldn't believe it. I was like, that can't be the right score.
Right. That's what I thought too.
Like, no, that's not what happened. That's not what's happening. I sat down and watched the last period, and I was just like, whoa.
They can't
this
even go
team
back
is
to Canada
great.
now.
I was gonna say they all got to do like seppuku or whatever it's called. Right?
Yeah.
Sorry.
They're exiled from their own
Yeah.
Right.
country. You can no longer come back. No, but that's great. Congratulations. Tip of the hat to USA. It doesn't matter how you win, as long as you 1 or 1 million, you win. So kudos to them. It's always the championship game should always be the toughest game. And with that said, the championship game, I feel, when it came to the NBA All-Star, was not that. It seemed like when and leave it to a foreign born player in Wembanyama to make it competitive.
He was going in.
Bruh.
He was.
And he was forcing everybody he was embarrassing people, swatting, shots left and right. He was embarrassing everybody and very disappointed in his own team, I might add. Like visibly disappointed in his own team, at least from my perspective. And it seemed to me that after the world team got eliminated, that competitiveness in that championship game against both USA teams kind of filtered out, or just floundered out, for lack of a better term. It just did not seem like it had the same intensity as the first 3 games. And it just almost seemed like it reverted back to, hey, who cares? Especially at the end when the Stripes were getting blown out. Then everybody was just dunking, taking shots from wherever. And it's like, I thought that's what we were trying to avoid with this. So I'd like to hear what y'all think. That's how I felt when I watched it. I did not feel like the last game was as passionate as the first 3 games. Mike, what do you think?
I mean, I kind of felt like it was pretty exciting when it was the World versus one of the Stars or the Stripes teams. Much more exciting than the All-Star game has been in a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I feel like that like kind of like stirred something up, and then once Wembanyama started kind of going off, and then Kawhi decides he wants to go off too, and then it like turned into like it was competitive, and it was like
that was the last competitiveness right there of the whole thing to me.
Yeah, and then the games being like kind of short and sweet, like I kind of like that. So I think there's some tweaks they can make, maybe. I don't know about having 3 teams is just really weird to me.
I don't know why they got tired though. Like
They did say the old head team got tired. The Stars, or no, the Stripes. The
it's
Stripes.
less than 4 quarters of basketball.
It is.
Yeah, but
by about 6 to 8 minutes, right?
The whole All-Star weekend though is like probably pretty. Like, have you ever been like on a vacation but you had like obligations, and you had to like go to this event, and you had to go to this thing, and then you got a whole day planned out of activities, and then like you need to show your face at this thing, and then by the time the whole thing's done, you're exhausted. You know what I'm saying? So I can see that being like part of it.
It's funny.
I've been to a destination wedding in Mexico, and there was like so many things we had to do, and by the end of it, it was just draining.
You needed a vacation from your vacation.
Yeah, it was draining. So
we're going to Jamaica now, right?
But a lot of these guys are there on like a professional sort of vibe because they're they got events to go to and people to meet and hands to shake and all that.
And
kind
it's
of
in
stuff.
L.A.
Yeah,
right? It's in L.A.
Yeah, I heard like people did not like to have it in L.A.
You need to have it in Wyoming if you want it to be competitive, because these guys will have nothing else to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Ryan, what do you think about the new format, my guy?
Yeah, I mean, I think that like there was a lot of praise given to the format like made this competitive, right? But at the end of the day, like it's not. Like you could put it in whatever format you want, right? Like the players said it themselves. Really, it was Wembanyama like showing up to prove a point, Anthony Edwards taking it personally, and like and then everybody else kind of following in suit, right? The same thing we were begging for LeBron to do for years and years after the torch was passed to him, right? You go as the best players in the game go. And, like I said, you could do whatever format you want. Does the USA versus world, kind of thing help? Probably a little bit, but you could have put them East-West. You could have put them old versus young. You could have put them...
They did put them old versus young. The old lost.
What did we say? Like black versus white? Like whatever you wanted to do, as long as the best players on the floor were setting the tone, it was gonna be some type of way, right? And I think it was fun, man. It was a good time, but
in this climate, you're gonna say black versus white.
Well,
in this climate,
a joke, okay? Gosh.
In this climate, Ryan, shame.
Goodness. All right,
shame.
I don't think it's not that bad of an idea.
It really isn't, and that would be a much tougher game in this day and age than you would think. In the 90s. Don't even do that. That wouldn't be fair.
But
that wouldn't be fair.
Well, yeah, we got
them splitting it up. World team versus USA. It kind of shook out that way. Anyways, like
a little bit.
I honestly would be okay if they took it away from the 3 teams and just made it 2. World team versus USA, and that's the All-Star.
Well, there was something to be said for like the grudge piece of like the stars and stripes, because like the LeBron said in his interview afterwards, score one for the old heads, right? But then after the stripes won the first time, they I think they would have stayed competitive if they were in it early against the young guys in the championship.
It was kind of a change of the guard, though. The young players were playing. They were playing because they blew them out.
Of course, they were going to have fresher legs by that point, because that is the third quarter that both of them were playing.
Right.
And so once the stars get like a big lead early, like the stripes are like, all right, well, we don't have anything to prove. We already beat these guys. Like, why are we going to kill ourselves over trying to claw back into this game? Like, that's when you saw the old, mentality of jack up the half court shots and stuff like that start to take over. But I'm not super surprised that we saw it.
But as a fan, what do we do?
There.
What can they do in the NBA to keep that from falling back into that? Like Mike said, there could be some tweaks. Like, but what tweaks, Mike? Like, what? To me, like you, somebody in our text thread had made a suggestion about like one-on-one. Like a one-on-one game opposed to, or I had made a suggestion of maybe playing a game of 21 with, certain stars.
A game of horse.
A game of horse?
No. Like
I mean, anything. I know Mark would love that. Mark loves playing horse.
I had heard somebody talking. I heard somebody talking about the one-on-one idea, and then I've been thinking about it all week, and I just don't know.
Like, who wins the one-on-one battle?
No, and so like, what do? You like set up like a 6-player tournament or something like that?
They already do such a bad job of picking players for the stuff,
I know.
Though.
Well, and then so what would they do?
So bad.
Like how would you set it up? Like, do they have to be like all-stars, or would it be better to pick like some other guys? You know what I mean?
I think it should go all the way down to the G League.
Because I don't think that the all-stars that are going to be in the game, the guys that are in the game aren't going to be wanting to do all this extracurricular,
Right.
To Mark's point, though, that would give kind of like a G League guy a bit of a boost if he was able to take Kawhi to the hole and dunk on him. The Claw himself.
You're right.
Would you be able to take him one-on-one?
Kawhi out for the season. No, he is.
Is he really?
Yeah, he decided to take the rest of the season off. Oh, no, not Kawhi. Sorry, I'm tripping. Kawhi's going to be gone for the season anyways once that scandal comes through, though.
No.
Dude, what scandal? What? Wait, what?
Oh.
I missed it. I missed it.
They like created like a fake company and paid
I heard
Kawhi
that. I heard
money
that.
to circumvent the salary cap, and that was a big deal like before the season started, and then they never brought it up, and I wonder if it's because they were like, well, we're doing we're doing the All-Star game in LA at
Maybe.
their new
Maybe.
stadium.
Honestly,
right?
yeah.
You know what I mean? And now that the All-Star weekend's over, they're going to drop the hammer on them. I don't know, but because right now all they're talking about is tanking, and how are they going
Right.
to stop tanking, which in my opinion is impossible to stop tanking.
it's-
Yeah.
Well, how
you
can you
wanna stop
recognize tanking?
Right. Some
Right.
people
You know?
some teams are just bad.
Yeah, but until you're like sitting all your starters in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's
Well, and
Utah.
baseball like expanded the playoffs to stop tanking, but like the NBA, it's already half the league is in the playoffs anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or more than half now with the
Yeah.
play-in games. So.
They should just have like the 5 worst teams each get like a ticket into, and then like the number 1 pick spins a wheel with the teams on it. You know what I mean? Or
well, I
something
mean,
like that.
that's what they do. That's the lottery pick.
No.
I heard some.
No, you leave it up to the wheel, not a ball that comes out of the.
So all right. So what do y'all think about this? So there's 20,
There's ways to cheat that too.
There's 20 teams that make the play-in, right? I've heard people suggest like if you're not one of the teams that make the playoffs, then the first team out is the one that actually gets the number 1 pick. So like you're still competing for. If you're not competing for a playoff spot, you're competing to get the best pick you possibly can all season long.
I can see that. They said something about like cutting it off at like All-Star break or at some random point. You know what I mean? So they kind of don't know like at what point do they stop counting.
Ooh,
you know?
mystery game to
Yeah.
cut it off.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
The NBA doesn't announce it until hey,
Yeah.
tomorrow's last game.
It's like the first week of the season.
Yeah.
Like the NBA Finals team gets the
Damn,
first
you
pick.
guys-
Teams only played 3 games. All right, that's it. That's it. New Jersey, or Brooklyn, you're out.
Yeah.
You're out.
All
3
right,
games in.
OKC started 0-2, so they're picking first.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be terrible. That'd be terrible for them though, because
we
they
don't
have
need
too
that.
much on the roster.
Yeah.
They have too much on the roster. But to Mark's point with Horse, I think Steph Curry has the most videos out with the most random shots.
Steph and Luca would be a epic battle, dude.
Dude,
Yeah.
I would watch that.
They'd be at the top of the stadium,
Well-
like dropping it from the top.
Right,
like, all
right,
kinds of stuff,
yeah.
I would watch
Luka
that.
would be like bouncing it like 60 feet in the air, and then it goes in, and then like Steph is like blindfolded from 200 feet away. Like
I think that could be creative, actually. I mean, all jokes aside, I think the players could get really creative, and it wouldn't, as long as it wouldn't.
And there's a
But would they
competitive-
though? Because they're like the people in the dunk contest this year. They weren't creative.
There's only so many dunks that you can
Yeah,
do, though.
and you're also being judged by someone else.
Is that the point of it? Like, or is that like what the problem is? Is that like maybe like those dunks were dope, but we're just like over it
It's-
by now?
There's
You know
only
what I mean?
you
They
can
were
dunk the
lame.
ball.
you could do like dunks as part of horse too, right? So if
True.
somebody's like does something crazy, the other guy's trying to match it too. You could actually have different.
So now you're
divisions.
combining the two. So
Yeah.
you're taking away the All-Star
Dunk
game.
horse, dunk horse.
Yeah, well, no, I
Yeah.
mean just horse. Period. Like,
Yeah.
and you could have dunks that are a part of horse. Like the other guy has to be able to do it. To me, I agree with Mark. Mark was the one that said, do away with the dunk contest, and it's because of the fact that the dunk contest was put in because at one point in time there wasn't a lot of people that could dunk. So it was like this miraculous thing. Oh, he can jump that high. He could jump that far. Now it's like everybody could do it.
Oh,
Even
we do a
Giannis's-
windmill.
Even Giannis's sons were like, meh.
Ma-
They're like 6, bro. Like they're just like,
Mac
my
McClung
dad
shoulda did
can
it.
do that. Like, it's not that great. The reason why he's so great too is because he's not that tall.
Yeah.
I like the
part of
fact
it,
that like
yeah.
Spud Webb back in the day. That's what made it so great.
No, that
but now everyone can do it.
That
It's
video
just-
that Mac
not
McClung
everyone,
uploaded.
but you.
The video that Mac McClung uploaded was very impressive, and that would have
I
been
agree.
that would have been a nice thing to see in that contest. Even though he would have just like cleared house, but
But they wanted NBA players. Sorry, Mr. McClung. They need NBA
he's
players.
an
to-
NBA player now. Trade
Okay.
deadline with the
Okay.
Bulls. He's with the Bulls.
Okay, that's bullshit.
If you
anyway,
if you were on a 2-way contract, you want us to call you an NBA player? Come on.
Yeah.
I mean, okay.
Hey, shout out to Spence Jones getting that.
Yeah, he got the bag.
Yeah.
He got the
Yeah.
Mark
bag.
called it.
Get your bag.
Mark called it.
Yeah.
He
Mark
called it. He called it early too. He called it before
Yeah.
he really.
He
carved
called
out
it
a
last
role.
year, brother.
Yeah.
In the playoffs last year.
Yeah.
wow, there you go.
He called it last year. Like, watch that dude. That dude's gonna be on the team.
Heck yeah.
So tip of the hat to Mr. Presidente.
He's going to be helpful over these next handful of weeks, while Aaron Gordon's out. We're going to need that physicality out there. But come playoff time, he's probably not going to see much minutes.
You never know, man. Coach Adelman does seem like he's playing a lot of his bench players. He seems like a Coach Pop kind of guy, like trying to give his stars rest, but
but when the stakes are higher, he's gonna be and they're down. He's gonna panic. And
he has done that.
Yeah,
he has done that a little bit, but he's also kind of allowed his team to play out. I've seen a couple of games where he has allowed the bench with no Murray, no Jokic play. And they've dug themselves not even just out of a hole, but actually, got to a plus in a couple of games this year. So, but you're right. For the most part, he might get like limited minutes, and they have to be basically blowing another team out. He's definitely not going to get any minutes if they're playing against OKC.
No, you could put him in for some situational defense. 10 minutes, get a couple hard fouls. Hey,
I want you to go on there and punch SGA in the throat.
This is all this all depends on whether or not the Nuggets are healthy come the playoffs too.
SGA's got a tech. Go in and bait him into a second one. Yeah.
Hey man, if he's gonna hit the floor, he needs to hit the floor, bro.
Start talking about his mom.
No. I don't know. Does SGA have very many texts? I don't see SGA getting a lot of texts.
If you start fouling him
hard, he's like the most boring guy ever.
He's not fun to watch.
No, his play style is boring and his personality is boring. You know what I mean? I don't think he's out there getting all heated and he's just.
That's what we.
No, he just smiles and laughs at.
He's
at
like
the
weirdly smug.
Yeah.
Well, because did you see that video where at the All-Star game they asked him who was your first point against, and what was your first points in the NBA and who was it against? He was like, "Oh, that's easy, Jamal Murray," and it was a layup. Shit like that.
They're both on the Canadian team though.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
It's funny.
And I'm pretty sure that Jamal coming out. Well, where was SGA drafted?
I don't know.
Does anybody know?
No.
Off top of their head?
Off top, nope.
Well, like what team or what pick?
What pick?
Oh, I don't know.
We're the sports fiends and we don't know, huh?
No.
I mean, but when someone's that uninteresting, it's hard to know.
That's a fair call out there, bro.
He was the 11th overall pick in 2018.
Okay, so they're about the same.
I was waiting for the cut.
That's what I mean. You don't remember the 11th pick. You remember like top 5, or if the guy becomes a star from the bottom, 20 or whatever like that. But you don't remember 11.
And that's funny because I believe that Jamal Murray was starting over him in Kentucky. So while he's talking smack, Jamal Murray was starting over him in Kentucky. So, but anyway,
I'm sure he doesn't feel bad about that now.
I know he doesn't care. I wouldn't care either. They both have rings, so
they asked Jamal Murray as he was walking, and he's like, "Did you know that SGA's first points were against you?" And he's like,
"Who cares?"
Shrugged, and he's like,
"Murray is smug too. I think that's just a Canadian thing."
Yeah, totally.
And they must
he's
be
just kind of a jerk
both
a little
smug.
bit.
They say Canadians are nice, eh? But I don't think they are, eh?
Speaking of their Kentucky.
Oh yeah, no more voices. We said no more voices. My bad, right? No more accents.
I think Canada's fine. Is that really?
They're not really going to fight me over it.
Right, exactly.
It's open season on
I'm
Canadians.
busting out all my Canadian hockey jerseys.
Only during the Olympic stuff.
They're all winter long here.
Hey, right now after they just got their butts spanked, I think we can get away with it. Okay.
It wasn't a butt spanking.
Yeah.
It was a choke job.
Yes.
No. They got beat 5-0 the first time. And then choked in the second time.
Yeah, right, exactly.
They got their butts whooped in the Olympics.
Only thing people are going to remember is that they lost, and it's embarrassing.
Period.
They got to
in hockey, losing
You're bad, and you should feel bad.
In hockey, it's very hard to score, right? Just like in soccer. So points are a premium. And the fact that the U.S. women's hockey team scored a lot of them in this hockey season of this winter season of hockey is amazing. But anyways, we're not going back to that.
And the overtime goal was one of those where they went through the defender's legs and then they 5-holed the goalie afterwards. Oh, so embarrassing. It's great.
Hey, okay, wait. Here we go. Because this was just mentioned in the text chat or the chat line. Anyway,
either would have worked, but yeah,
the chat
the
bot.
text word chat.
Okay, so
the box of words. Let's
say the game of horse has celebrities in it.
Ooh, okay.
Celebrity
like
horse.
a Kevin Hart, or
as a prop, or
no, as actually they could win.
I think
They have to go up against professionals.
it'd be a cool addition to the celebrity game. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
maybe like a warm up to
Yeah,
a
I don't
celebrity
think-
game or
Have
something.
you seen?
Oh, am I
stuff?
reading
don't-
that wrong?
I don't think that would be
Am I reading?
fair.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, I thought you were talking
No,
about
no.
like Barack Obama one-on-one versus Kyrie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm reading that right.
Also,
Yeah.
when we start talking about horse, Vinny, that's when you throw the sound effect in there.
Yeah.
Are you getting on Vinny about his timing?
We're past that one.
Well,
now.
I wanted to comment on it earlier, but you went off on a tangent, so I had to let you run with it.
We
But,
are not professional here, Ryan. Vinny, you play that horse sound whenever you feel fit, sir.
Fair enough. I take it back, Vinny. I'm sorry.
I'm looking through sports sound effects. We got-
Vinny's over there doing his thing. Let him cook.
He's the hardest working man in this room.
Not wrong.
Let Vinny cook and no more barbecue. But let him cook. Let him cook, okay?
It'll be
Jeez, please.
It'll be private barbecue coming soon.
There we go.
That sounds a bit naughty. So, let me get some of that
Some
private
saucy,
barbecue, Vinny.
some sweet.
We are off the
tangy,
rails. Arthur, bring us back on track. What were we talking about?
No,
Some private
Some-
I
hot
like
links.
going off
Braised-
the rails on a crazy train.
braised brisket
Private hot links.
falling off the bone.
Private hot links, dude. What's going on here?
We lost it.
Where were we? What were we talking about?
Shut me off. Just shut me off.
Just kill the mics. We're done. We're done here.
Short show tonight. 26 minutes. We're out.
We're gonna get canceled. We're gonna get canceled. Shots fired. Man down. Oh my God. Okay.
Sheesh.
So we were talking about Jamal Murray. Man, that jerk to tears said sneaky sausage links with them.
Some DL, hot sausage.
Some hot sausage, baby. Woo!
Oh my God.
Play that horse sound.
Oh my God. All right. So we were talking about Jamal Murray.
And how he was horrible at the 3-point.
He was
Well,
horrible in the games too, or in the game.
No,
Yeah.
he heated up. He heated up a little bit in that.
A small
Game
bit.
two, yeah.
He's small. Yeah, he was missing layups, bro.
None of them were good all 4 games, dude.
Let me
None of
tell
them were
you.
good all
Let me
4.
tell you why this is good for the Denver Nuggets. Jamal Murray is a very overly confident. Some would say conceited,
Arrogant.
person. Arrogant would
Rude.
be it. Yes. I mean, have you ever seen him interview with anyone? He does this a lot.
Yeah.
If you don't know what that face means, then you're just something's wrong with you, bro.
Did you really just ask me that?
Right. He literally makes a face like you farted in his face a lot. Okay. So with that said, because of the fact
He's on time with the fart sound.
Hey!
No delay there.
Hey!
The fart sounds are queued up.
He knows exactly which button makes that one.
Does this space change our show or something? There's
what
something
happened?
going wrong here.
New studio.
Or right, depending on your perspective.
New studio, new format.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, we got a new intro coming too. Mr. Mike has got
working on
something
it.
coming.
I swear to God.
But
In the lab.
anyway, the reason why this is good for the Denver Nuggets is because of Jamal Murray's arrogance. I am sure he is going to be watching that film and how bad he played, and how many layups he missed. And he's going to make a push. He's always been playoff Murray in the second half of the year anyway, mostly because rumors have it that he never came into the season healthy or in shape. This year he's done both. He's got himself an all-star bid, and I don't want to say he embarrassed himself in the all-star game, but he only made 18 shots total in the three-point contest.
I'm sure he's
So-
disappointed. I'm sure he's very disappointed.
and for a guy like that, man, when I know I wouldn't say I'm arrogant, but I'm very competitive. And when I take a loss, I come back full force. So I would say with the guy that is arrogant and is way more uber competitive than I could ever be on a professional level, is probably going to have a bit of a burst. You mark my words. I'm not able to watch the game right now, and I record every game, so I am going to watch the game, and I'm sure that Mark is watching the game, and he's going to give us updates here every once in a while.
It doesn't tip off till 8:30.
Ooh, so I can watch the
8:30.
game. Thank you, Mark.
Wow.
I thought it was 7:30. I thought it was 7:30 tonight.
West Coast games.
How very unsports fiend of you to not know what
I
time tip
know.
off is.
That's
I know,
egregious.
I know. I'm fired. I'll take the rest of the day off.
So
Are you even a sports fiend, or are you just
I'm just a
are you just
sports fan, I
a
guess.
recreational user?
Apparently, I'm just a sports fan.
Yeah.
That's all I am with an F.
So
Not even a P.
so what you're saying?
What was that?
A recreational user.
He's just a recreational user, man.
So what you're saying is we should get Jamal in some hockey pads and let him ride Team Canada's bench again.
I mean,
because that's the last time that we saw what you're talking about.
That's
and he
the
came
point.
out on fire.
You
right?
just proved my point. Like
Right.
he was embarrassed in the Olympics last year, right? Or the year
2
before
years
last.
ago, yeah.
Embarrassed. And how did he come out this season?
He came out the gates.
Kind of a year and
on
a half turnaround, but
Fire.
okay, sure.
No, but like
He came out the gates like a
All-Star
racehorse.
year.
He was
Huh?
still getting healthy.
His first All-Star year.
it's his first All-Star year.
Right.
So I mean, to that point, call it what you will, or let's see how he does. I want to see how he comes out tonight. I definitely want the Denver Nuggets to get better at home.
and healthy.
I
Shit.
love the away wins. I do. I love that record. But they got to win at home, man. If you're going to be in that top 3, you're going to have to be able to win at home. And I think that they can.
Just ask George Karl.
Yes.
George Karl's disgusted right now.
Right.
Shout out to Doug Moe.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Rest in peace, Doug Moe.
Rest in peace, Doug Moe.
Almost all-time winning. Second all-time winningest coach in Denver Nuggets history. That now is held to Mike Malone, but
I feel like the Nuggets will forever be run and gun because of him.
forever.
You know what I
At
mean?
least
we'll
ever
always be,
known for it.
like running in the gym. You know?
Well, you have
Yeah.
to in
Yeah.
Denver. I don't care what
Take
the coach
advantage of the
is.
altitude, yeah.
You have to.
Yep.
That is your advantage. And if you can get a team that can run at altitude, and a team going against teams that can't, that's an advantage, brother. Like that is an advantage. But to Mark's point before the show, just real quick to wrap up the Jamal Murray. Does Jamal Murray need a Lakers defender in front of him in order to make 3 points?
Jamal Murray made a shot.
He would have beat everybody.
What if we just put Kevin Hart in front of him? Would that work?
Oh.
Nah,
Oh.
it's got to be Anthony Davis.
Davis. I was about
If
to say.
Anthony Davis
it
is
almost
in front
has
of
to
him,
be him.
he's going to win that thing.
Bruh. Y'all are cold-blooded.
But in a Lakers jersey, though.
That's funny.
I mean, I thought I was cold just bringing it up, but y'all just like stuck the knife right in his heart. Like, I love Jamal Murray. Like, very, very, very good basketball player, high IQ basketball player.
He might be the best on the team right now.
I mean,
No, he's not.
So Jokic has 2 legs?
Yeah.
No, still not.
yeah.
No.
You know, that's been brought up.
Even one-legged Jokic is going to be a little bit
Jokic
better.
could just be rolling down the floor, still dishing out 12 dimes a game.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing: is it's been brought up a couple of times by a local guy that played for the Denver Nuggets named Scott Hastings. He seems to think that Jokic is not 100%. He thinks he's somewhere in that 50 to 60%, and he's laboring up and down the court, and that's why he didn't play very much in the All-Star game whatsoever. Because if Jokic plays in that game, Wembanyama at the 5 and when that was the tandem, Jokic playing the 4 and him playing the 5, they looked really, really, really good. Because Jokic can stretch the floor. You have to go out and guard him. And then you have a 7'4", 7'3", whatever he tall, freakish alien he is. You have him in space down at the low block with everybody shorter than him. How do you stop him? With everybody else spacing the floor and then a 7'4" guy down in the low block catching the pass and just dunking it over everybody. They couldn't stop that. But then Jokic didn't play in the last game, like at all.
No.
Didn't play. Why?
When you're watching,
Is he laboring? Is he injured?
when you're watching the Nuggets tonight, just pay attention to Jokic and see if he's jumping and then landing on the same leg. Because I think he's got something
That's
going
one of
on.
the things he's been saying, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm a bit worried because it's not like you can just put in Valanciunas and he can play those minutes that I wanted him to play that y'all looked at me and said I was crazy.
Valanciunas is essential, though.
He is. But I think they do need to start. Adelman said that when Jokic came back, he was going to be on limited minutes. Jokic's limited minutes is 36 minutes.
Yeah.
That's only 4 minutes off of what he usually plays.
Yeah.
That's not limited.
I'm
Coach.
telling you, that's that Michael Malone trap where you start panicking.
Bruh.
You got tunnel vision. You're looking at this one game right now. Got to win this game. Got to win this one game.
Yeah, because you don't want to fall to 4th, 5th, 6th, or 7th.
start pushing out those limited minutes and.
Man, I think if he gets Jokic's minutes down to about, let's say 29, 28, And I don't know if you can put all of that on Val. I think some you're going to have to put on, I almost called him Nene. That's
Nene?
how old I am.
Wow.
Nene Hilario?
You.
Dude, I literally almost
Funny.
pulled from the deep pool of Nene. Najee.
You got to get Mutombo more of those minutes, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, no, we don't go there. Mutombo's not with us anymore, bro. You can't. Okay, come on now.
R.I.P.
He's not with us
It
anymore.
wasn't no disrespect. Come on.
Come on, man.
I don't think it was that bad.
What up, man?
I thought it was pretty funny,
That was
actually.
pretty good.
I thought it was pretty good, too.
That was pretty good. Anyway, I give credit where credit due. That was good. Anyway, no, but I mean, you are going to have to rely on some Najee minutes, not some Nene minutes, some Najee minutes. Going in this home stretch, you just are. I don't care if it's 3 minutes, maybe 4 minutes a game. You are going to need him to go out there and take all 6 fouls. That's what you're gonna need him to do that. That's what you're gonna need to do.
Damn, why'd you put him out there like that, man?
I mean, dude,
Good thing you're not the coach.
it is no secret that I think this man has butter hands. He drives me nuts. He gives me that Will Barton feeling.
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean-
okay. I heard both of you say, "Oh yeah."
The amount of
I don't want to
money,
hear nothing else.
the amount of money given to production ratio is very not good.
You go like this every time he catches the ball. Like,
If Arthur was coach of the Nuggets, the only guys on the bench playing any kind of role other than coming in the game for like 10 minutes and getting 6 fouls would be like Hardaway and Valley. Everybody else, get in there, smack everybody around until
that's
you
not
can't
true.
anymore.
That's not true. That's not true. I only want 3 guys to use all 6 fouls. That's it. 3 guys.
Najee,
3
Spencer
guys.
Jones,
3
and
guys
Hill.
that barely have any offensive game, and Mike hates him.
Who's the third?
Go ahead, Mike.
Who?
What's his name? He got
He got
traded.
traded.
He got traded. That's right.
Farewell,
Okay, so
Mr.
2
Hunter
guys.
Tyson.
So only 2 guys. So now we've gotten rid of 2 of the guys that, don't only need. Well, Spencer Jones, I'm not saying I don't want to get rid of him because he does actually contribute on the offensive end. He's impressed me. So, but I do want him to use all 6 fouls. Like he gets all 6 fouls. Like he
He does.
You
He
want
does
Pickett?
effectively use them.
Do you want Pickett to foul out?
effectively is the key word in that sentence, Mark. He's effective at it. That's why I want him to utilize all 6 fouls. He's not going to get a lot of shots up, but when he does, we need him to make them. But definitely, he's going to use all 6 fouls. But I mean, I don't know why you guys are giving me so much grief. You're telling me
That's our
that
job, man. Come
you're
on.
telling me that you love Najee when he catches the ball in the low block.
I wouldn't put him in the game to get the 6 fouls in the first place. That'd be me. But
But you gotta. But who's gonna fill those minutes though off of our bench?
Can't win a game off of foul.
Who's gonna fill those minutes?
I'm not putting Jokic in for only 28 minutes. First of all, I'm putting him in low 30s, mid 30s, maybe.
But then you're pushing to 39, 40, his normal
no,
range.
I said low 30s, mid 30s. I didn't say high 30s.
But then you're pushing it, is what I'm saying.
Stuck
Like,
between
the
a rock and a hard
The whole
place.
point is not to push it. And then Valley plays 20-25.
maybe.
Vinny
And I'll
says
say maybe one more time.
Maybe.
12-minute games.
Hey,
Solves everything.
Like the All-Star game. Like it's just.
You guys didn't get that opportunity.
I know.
Done that for years.
I
man.
know they
12
never
minute
do
games.
it, but they need to have a shorter season.
They're not going to do that.
They
They'll
won't.
never, they'll
They
never
won't.
ever, ever
Yeah.
do that. But
They're not gonna do
I mean,
that.
It'd be a higher quality game.
Yeah.
If we could get a shorter season
Mm-hmm.
that's more spread out.
Yeah,
They're not going to do that.
they're trying
though.
to jam so many games close together, and it's just
That's
Yeah.
because the NBA doesn't make money unless they do. They honestly don't. The NBA does not make money unless they have this many games. I'm telling you that they shorten the game, they will lose revenue hard.
Well, then they should just ask the fans to pay for all the games that we don't play, so that the games that we do play are higher quality.
Well, that's part of the issue, though. Even with 80,
I mean,
even with even with 82 games, it already costs $200 to get in the door. Like,
yeah.
yeah.
It'd be one thing if you could drive up ticket prices to go with it, but you drive them up anymore, you're not going to fill the seats.
you're going to lose revenue either way.
Right.
But back to the Jokic minutes, I would say maybe just let's
32
have him.
minutes.
Let's have him not play so much in the second quarter, right? Like play the full first quarter, sit the second quarter.
Trying to stagger them like that though, then guys are coming in cold. You know what I'm saying?
I know there's no win. I can't think of a win that gets him, because he's going to be productive and he's going to be highly productive even in limited minutes. That's what Jokic does. He gets most of his triple doubles in the first 2 quarters. And in double-digit scoring in the first 2 quarters. That's how efficient this man is at this game. But
unleash Jalen Pickett. No, I'm joking.
At 5, we're going to play Jalen Pickett at the 5. Is that what we're doing?
I think it's serviceable to Jokic. Yeah, 30 to 33. That's limited, and that's not really limited. There should be far less than that. And then bumping up Valanciunas' minutes while Jokic is trying to heal up at least
Right.
for a
the
happy
time being.
medium. Let's say somewhere between 28 and 33 minutes.
And I know it's the time of the season where it's the time of the year where they're going to start thinking about seeding and all that kind of stuff. And so, you know, there's that. But I think what's more important,
having a healthy Jokic,
the optimal seeding, or having the team healthy, having our stars healthy.
Here's my perspective: as long as you don't fall into the play-in, the Denver Nuggets are going to be fine, just because of the fact that they win more on the road than they do at home right now. So if they do fall to the 4, 5, 6, they're going to be okay. Yes, it's going to suck to have to go up against like OKC in that bracket. If you fall to like 6,
yeah, you don't want.
You know what I'm saying?
6.
I don't either. But I think that they would be okay. It wouldn't be a stellar thing to do or happen. I would want them to be in that 3 or 4 personally. But if they had to fall to that 5 or 6, I don't think that would be like the end of the world for this team in particular. Excuse me.
NBA doesn't reseed in the second round, correct?
No.
Okay. So I mean, you're almost
which I think they should, but that's I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. But
you're almost better off with the 6th than the 5 if that's the case.
Right.
You don't want to catch OKC in round 2.
Right.
It's actually interesting. Normally, the West is like, a game between the 2 seed and the 11 seed, but I feel like this year it's just a touch more top heavy. Like you look down that bracket, I mean, Golden State, I don't think anyone expects anything without Jimmy Butler. Portland is still a couple games under 500. The Clippers punted on this season.
Right.
I don't think we really expect Phoenix to sustain this into the playoffs and be a real threat. I mean, maybe y'all disagree with me if you want, but I really don't see like the play-in as a super high risk. It's more between that 6 and 2. Where do you fall?
I just don't want them to have to play more games.
Yeah,
because the team is already injured. Playing more games would not benefit them. But having to play on the road in the first round, not necessarily not benefiting them.
They've been better on the road than at home this year.
Yeah. So that's basically my point. Like, falling to the 6th or 5th seed wouldn't be the end of the world. It would suck, but it would not be the end of the world. Falling into the 7th, 8th seed would probably be the end of the world for this team, just the fact of injuries.
Right.
Having to play those extra games is not going to benefit the Denver Nuggets.
That's my point. The only way you see that happen is if not only, Houston, LA, Minnesota overtake you, but do we really see Phoenix overtaking the Nuggets from 3 games back, even with all the injuries that the Nuggets have had?
No.
So from that perspective, I'm not super, and maybe this will bite me in the butt in a month, but like I'm not super worried about the play-in. I'm not.
Okay. I just don't like them having to play extra games. That's the only part I don't like about the play-in. And if they fall far...
I'm saying I'm not super worried about falling to the play-in. Yes,
I got
obviously, the play-in is danger zone. You don't want to fall to there.
No.
Agreed. Yeah.
Especially when you're the 3rd seed going into the All-Star break, and then you come out the All-Star break as the 3rd seed. If you were to fall that many spots, man, you have problems.
Well, you've maintained
major problems.
You've maintained your position through Jokic's injury, through Jokic's whatever
through Jamal's injuries,
version
through
of
AG's
himself.
injuries.
Yeah. You got to imagine that there's a regression to the mean to some degree on health on this team.
The Denver Nuggets are going to have to find an iteration of themselves that pushes through all of this adversity that they have gone through.
In a way, they have been.
They have been.
I mean, considering what the injury situation, they're still in a pretty good spot.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Go ahead. Sorry, my bad. I was gonna say, do y'all put any stock into the old Phil Jackson? You got to win 40 before you lose 20 to be a real title contender.
I mean, to a certain extent, I do believe in that. my philosophy is very similar to that. You have to be a team that can at least have a 10-game win streak throughout the season. That's a winning pedigree. That is a championship pedigree, because it only takes about 14 to 16 games to actually win a championship. So, and you're going to lose a couple in the playoffs, but if you can win, if you can put a run together 10 to 12 games, that tells me as a fan or as a basketball fan that team can win. Like the OKC Thunder, they've done that like twice this year. So yeah, it's going to be tough to beat them going into the playoffs and come, period. It's going to be hard to beat them. That is a championship pedigree team. The Denver Nuggets have not shown that yet this season. That doesn't mean that they can't win. And to Phil Jackson, and my point, that doesn't mean that is the tell-all. Not every team that has won a championship went on 10-game winning streaks. Not every team that has won a championship has lost 20 or won 40 before they lost 20. But those teams are more likely to win a championship than other teams that aren't doing those two things.
Do you want the data on it?
Sure.
I love this stat.
Do it.
In the last 45 years, there's been 4 teams that have won a championship without winning 40 before they lost 20. It would be the 95 Rockets, the 04 Pistons, the 06 Heat, and most recently the 2021 Milwaukee Bucks.
Okay. I mean, so what Coach Zen said is correct then. I mean, but like I said, not every team has won.
Well, and I would imagine that
before. I thought there was more than that.
If you're right, I would imagine if you're going to make an exception to that, it would probably be a situation like Denver's where you're battling a significant amount of injuries earlier in the year, but you do have depth once everyone gets healthy. You don't see season-ending injuries,
and you get hot at the end of the season.
Yeah,
which could very well happen. It looks like Christian Brown, Mr. CB, has got a little bit of spring. And last game I saw them play, had a little bit of spring in his step again. I think he said when he first came back from his injury,
he wasn't ready.
When he went to go do a layup, he went off of the leg that he was hurt on and knew instantly that he wasn't ready because he didn't have that spring that he felt. And now he seems to have a little more spring to his, pep to his step and whatnot. I expect him to be back in true form within the next month. AG, that's going to be another thing. I honestly think my guy needs to come back off the bench. When he comes back in his limited minutes, I don't want him to start and hurt himself. Or even if he starts, I want him to sit down after about 3 to 4 minutes. Because we need him. They need him on that team to stifle an SGA, to stifle a Doncic, to stifle a... You know what I mean? Like when they get into the playoffs, they're going to need him more in the playoffs than they are in the regular season. So I wouldn't mind as a fan seeing AG come off the bench. I just wouldn't. And then when we get to the playoffs, now teams have seen him come off the bench, but now he's starting and he's on Kawhi and he's shutting him down, etc. That's just what do y'all think?
It's a catch-22. Go.
No, you're good.
It's a catch-22 because it's his style of play. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's down in there like fighting in the trenches, and that's kind of like what the Nuggets need.
Bully ball is his thing.
You know what I'm saying? But
Explosive.
that's also that's leading to clearly re-agitate some sort of injury he's been struggling with for the last 2 seasons or longer now. You know what I mean? But I don't sitting him when he comes back. I think that they need to honor that the limited minutes mantra when he comes back. They can't be pushing it like they're pushing these other guys when they come back.
They pushed him. That's why he's back on the bench.
Exactly. You know what I mean?
They gave him straight up minutes when Jokic was out. He was like, okay, now you're not only playing the 3 and 4 as a starter, you're now playing the 5 as a backup.
I'm fine not seeing him till the playoffs, honestly.
Right.
Or very close. Well, you have to get him close to. He has to be able to get into basketball shape.
I guess so.
So at least a good 4 or 5 games before the playoffs, give or take.
Let him get a couple. Shake the rust off.
You really do have to shake the rust off. I couldn't agree more. You really do. He's gonna have to practicing and shoot around and all of that stuff get you out of basketball shape. It really does.
That's going to be around the time that he's going to be getting reevaluated anyway. So
it is. But still, limited minutes even in those games. Mark's I don't want to really see him until the playoffs. So limited minutes coming off the bench. 6 to 7 minutes, maybe 12 at most, coming off the bench, and then in the playoffs, if he's feeling, give him his normal workload.
Yeah.
Is anybody not feeling that?
No, it makes sense. And to your point, when you talk about these defensive matchups in the playoffs, I think the conversation with Luka and SGA are a little different because, you can rotate, Christian Brown and Peyton Watson and Spencer Jones and have a solid rotation on the perimeter for those guys. But I'm looking at KD and I'm looking at Wembanyama, and you have to have a healthy Aaron Gordon to hope to slow those guys down, right? You could put Valley and Jokic on Wembanyama for spurts, of course, right? And Durant, you could probably mix in Spencer Jones and maybe even Peyton Watson on that dude
P-Watt
too.
usually gives KD fits.
And you have to mix it up, right? You have to throw multiple bodies at him, but I don't see a way to win those series or really to just prevent those dudes from just going completely nuclear unless you can at least rotate a healthy Aaron Gordon onto both of them.
No, I agree, and use all 6 of his fouls. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. But speaking of defense, so I don't know if this is just Mike's hot take out of nowhere, but he sent this in the text thread. And I'm not going to give my take on it yet because I especially want to hear Mark's take before I give mine. But I'm gonna let Mike go ahead. It's not your take? No.
It's just some talk that I've heard. I don't know if it was The Athletic or ESPN or somebody.
Okay. So
had suggested that
with the depth that the Denver Broncos have at the DB position, okay, it has been proposed that Riley Moss be traded to the Philadelphia Eagles for A.J. Brown. There'd
have to be some picks involved.
Well, I just, obviously in the NFL, nothing is straight across. There would obviously be some picks involved, but just the overall underlining trade of player for player, do the Denver Broncos and Denver Broncos country feel like that would be a viable trade? What say thee? And we'll end with you, Ryan, obviously, because you're not a Broncos fan, but I still want to hear your opinion on it.
I support the Broncos.
But you're not a straight Broncos fan.
You always be dissing my Denver fan.
Because you're not you can't be a fan of two fans.
City too, man.
You can't be a fan of two teams, sir. You are either the Packers fan. I almost called it Cowboys.
Why do you even live here?
I'm with you, Ryan.
Why do you even live here?
Thanks, Vinny.
Yeah, well, nobody.
I'll even go 3.
No,
I'll go Seahawks and Packers.
This man was giving you, Vinny. This man was
Broncos.
picking on you about your timing, and now you're having his back. What the hell?
No, I was encouraging him. I wanted the horse more. I wanted it earlier.
Nail that one some more. Yeah, we're good.
All right, so we're gonna start with Mike. We're gonna go Mark, and then we'll go Ryan, and then I'll give you my take.
So I mean, it's pretty obvious that the points where the Broncos' biggest needs. What is that? A wide receiver and a tight end and a running back, somebody that we know is going to produce. I mean, we got J.K. Dobbins at running back, but there's no guarantee he's going to make it a whole season. He never does, pretty much. So and Brown is real good, man, and he could probably help if it works out. But what is he proven to be? Just nothing but locker room poison. What happens halfway through the seison? Bo Nix is missing him.
He's not getting him the ball. Yeah.
Or he's throwing it to Cortland more, and then he starts going on Twitter and that's something that is counterproductive, especially with the culture that Sean Payton has been trying to build.
But I thought Riley Moss was your boy. That's why I thought that was the angle you were going to take.
No. That's the other thing. Is I think Riley Moss gets a lot of flack because he had some pretty bad PIs. But I mean that's kind of a byproduct of the fact that no one's going to throw to Pat Surtain, so he's going to get picked on. He's going to be out there, and then the way he plays is real tight. And then once he got a couple of those bad PIs, and then the rest kind of rolled with that, and it turned into a thing. But aside from that, the man had a fantastic season. He shuts people down.
Lowest percentage of completed passes.
And I don't think it's a good idea to get rid of him because if they trade away Riley Moss, they're still not going to pass to Surtain. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then now who do we got? Jade Barron out there. You
Yeah,
know?
who plays very well.
Yeah, he's all right, but he's no Riley Moss. And then I think that's all that will do is open up
His
a hole.
ceiling's higher than Riley Moss. Let me just throw that out there.
That'll open up a hole for I think next season if that was
His
if
ceiling's
that
higher.
went down.
Okay. I feel you, Mike. I feel you. I do feel you.
I say if PIs are the biggest con, then I'm keeping Riley Moss.
Yeah.
Okay.
just
Well, he's
AJ
proven
I mean,
that in this system he can be effective as the other side of the field opposite of Pat Surtain. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And you take that away with an unknown now at that point. You know,
Okay.
if Barron
you
is
put a
even
question mark on that
Yeah.
side of the field.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
and it could be a vulnerability and it'll open up a hole in that defense. It was kind of like the highlight of the Broncos season.
All right,
so
Mark?
I think it's a bad idea.
and also 1+ for the locker room cancer of AJ Brown. I think that's
no.
a bigger factor than people think.
When people are beefing with their own team on Twitter openly in public, that's like
Right.
a red flag. You know, for me at least.
Not good.
No,
Yeah.
never.
Especially when they were winning. The team was winning when he started that.
Right.
The team as a
Weird.
whole was winning, and then after that, they missed the playoffs.
Yeah, it's super toxic.
he
Does
could be
does that correlate to each other? I don't know, but it does. I mean, that's exactly what happened.
We don't need AJ Brown on Twitter on his burner account talking about Bo Nix like Kevin Durant, dude. I don't need that.
If you can, I'd like to give you a why they should, or give me a why they should trade Riley Moss for AJ Brown, or at least have AJ Brown. Do you have that for me? Because he can usually give a good argument.
So either that's your
Do you not
opinion,
feel
or
that?
you got to play.
I'm putting you on the spot. I am. I'm playing I'm asking him to play devil's advocate.
From a devil's advocate perspective, the argument is, okay, is Cortland Sutton truly a number one wide receiver? AJ Brown can be that guy. Okay, it opens up the offense. You've got $30 million in cap space because your lucky stars, Russell Wilson's money is finally coming off the books, right? So you can make the space for it. Riley Moss is going to be doing extension in a year, and so you could let him walk if you're not expecting to be able to afford him in a year. And so, if you trade him now and he's on a team-friendly contract, you can, get that kind of value of an A.J. Brown caliber player in return. That's the devil's advocate argument.
Okay.
I don't agree, though.
Okay.
I don't think AJ Brown is worth $30 million. The production on its own wouldn't be worth it, let alone the locker room cancer stuff. And then I was looking at the list of free agent wide receivers that are available this year.
Damn it, he's about to steal my thunder.
Tyreek Hill,
No.
Mike Evans, Deebo Samuel, George Pickens, Rashid Shaheed, Christian Kirk, Jawan Jennings, Wendell Robinson, Romeo Doubs. A bunch of high.
At least 3 of those I would take on this team. Mike Evans being number 1.
A bunch of high quality guys that are not going to cost you over $30 million
And are not locker cancers.
Right, exactly. That are not.
That was going to be
locker
my
room
point. He did
cancers.
steal
George
my
Pickens.
thunder, but that's literally going to be my argument was
Sorry.
they don't. No. It's fine. It's fine because that's why I kind of wanted you to play devil's advocate as well because I wanted a contrast basically, and in contrast. Even though Cortland Sutton is not a number 1, Mike Evans is. And there was Shaheed is on that list as well.
Shaheed, yep.
So that is a number 1. So Cortland Sutton may not be a number 1 on most teams, but he's a soft number 1, but he's a solid superstar number 2 wide receiver and a possession receiver.
Yeah, I never bought into. I think this year showed Cortland Sutton can be a number 1 on a championship caliber team. I think if Bo Nix's ankle is in one piece, we're talking about how they played in the Super Bowl, right? And he's gonna get better the more threats that you put around him as well. Even a Romeo Doubs level player, and I know I'm biased as a Packers fan. I think that changes how this offense looks dramatically, but that's just me.
Mike, any thoughts?
No, no. They gotta make some moves because they need a running back too.
Yeah, right. That's it.
So they gotta think
The running game is
gotta,
glaring.
They gotta thrift shop right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They gotta have a budget and they gotta be very mindful of it when they're whatever moves they make. But they do need to fill in some holes on the offense.
But
So Cortland Sutton, really quick, because we only got 2 minutes. Cortland Sutton this year, 17 games, 74 receptions, 1,017 yards on 13.7 average and only 7 TDs. That's a tier 2. That's a number 2 wide receiver numbers.
Yeah.
That is not a number 1.
That's a product of the offense struggling this year, though. Like, he was consistently the most reliable weapon in crunch time.
I agree. I mean, because his actual overall numbers are very stellar, but still not a number one option. You add a Mike Evans, you add a Shaheed. Now the defense on the other side of the ball cannot hone in on Courtland Sutton.
Right.
Because and that's why I say he's not a number one, because a number one, when a defense hones in on you,
he produces
you
anyway.
still would be able to produce anyway. And when defenses honed in on him and took him away from Bo Nix this year, he didn't fold. I wouldn't call it that, but he definitely didn't rise to the occasion.
But what is there, 5 guys in the league like that? Like, you got Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, maybe a handful. Like, there's not a lot of dudes.
There's
Jackson
2 guys
Smith
on the Bengals team. There's 2 guys. They have 2 number ones.
Sure.
Give Marvin Mims a promotion.
Right.
Get that guy. He's explosive. Every time he's on, they scheme up something for him on the offense. He makes
perfect.
magic happen.
He's perfect.
He's just not tall like
he should
what
be
Sean
the 3.
Payton was.
He should be the 3. But I would say Mike Evans / Shaheed, or maybe a couple of other people off of that before I would take A.J. Brown.
Well, they got to keep in mind that we need to keep enough money for a real decent.
If we're taking A.J. Brown
and a tight end
and his BS
and a tight end,
we get their running back too.
Evan Ingram.
We get their MVP running back too. If we have to take on A.J. Brown's contract, attitude,
no, it's too much.
No, I'm saying, but we get their running back too. Philly's running back.
No,
you don't want him either.
Miles Sanders.
No, what's his name? Played for the Giants.
Oh, Saquon Barkley.
Yeah,
Sorry.
we get Barkley too.
I don't know why I was thinking in the
Come
past.
on, dude.
Yeah,
No,
no.
What planet are you on?
There's not enough money for that.
Get back down.
Mark's like, come back down to earth.
Down to earth, bro.
No, I'm saying I don't. That's how bad I don't want AJ Brown.
That's how
That's
high
my
you are
point.
on Riley
Yeah.
Moss, right?
Yes. Yes. I need more value for our because to me, yes, PS2 is the best corner in the league, but you have to be the best corner in the league to play opposite of him. Period. And he is. He had the most defended passes, etc. And we're overtime.
We're late.
I'm sorry,
Playing
Vinny.
him off.
He wants to do 12-minute episodes now.
Vinny's giving me
12-minute episodes.
Vinny's giving me the rap. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here, sports fiends. So we will see you guys next week. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to follow us on all social media at Sports Fiends with the Z's. And we will see y'all next week, Thursday at 7 p.m., hopefully with a new intro. If not, we'll have the same intro. We're unprofessional here. What do you want from us? We'll see you next week. Peace.
Butter nuts. Butter